Hi, hello, namaste. This is Shilpa, your NLP and mind coach, welcomes you to this video. I get very scared when I'm attending an interview. Even though I have studied everything, I forget when I enter examination hall. I had prepared very well for my seminar at my office, but when I saw my superiors, I got scared and my seminar went upside down. So, have you people come across such situations? Are you people facing the problem of fear? Then this video is for all of you. Please do watch till the end. And if you people haven't subscribed to my channel, I would request you all to please do subscribe it. So, fear. Each and every people in one or the other situation gets scared, or this fear word keeps troubling us in each and every situation when we are doing any important work, or if we are attending an exam, or if we are going to meet a new people for the first time. If we are supposed to give something, it may be a project, it may be an interview which changes our life's turning point. So fear is very common nowadays, right from the school students, in the let it be youths, let it be office going people, let it be a business entrepreneur, whoever it is, each one has this fear in each and every situation, which might be their turning point in their future. But don't you people think if it's a turning point and if it decides your future, then instead of fear, confidence makes a huge difference in that place? Because if it is turning your future, if it is making your future bright, then fear should not be the one which will be with you at that time, but instead you should have a strong confidence and self-esteem in you, because that is going to change your future. But why do we get scared? Why does this fear always troubles us in such situations? So in this video, I am letting know you people the secrets. Why do we get scared, or why does this fear trouble us so much? To let you people understand this in a better way, I would like to tell a small story to you people. There was two friends, Jack and Jill. These people were going on the way to their school. Suddenly, they saw two old people sitting under a tree. So, here what happened, they went, they saw these two old people, they asked them whether they are new to the town. So, the old people said yes, and Jack and Jill both asked them like, why are they so tired? So the old people said they have been traveling for a long time period and they don't know anybody in this village. So they are taking rest. That is what the old people said to Jack and Jill. And Jack and Jill noticed one more thing, that these old people had a box which was very attractive, and they were very much insecure about that box. Both the grandma as well as the grandpa were very much concerned about that box. They went side by and they discussed there might be something precious in that box. So that is the reason these people are safeguarding it so much. So Jill told to Jack that let us ask them to show what is there in that box. I am getting very curious. So Jack and Jill went to the old people and they asked them like, do you people want something to eat or drink? We will get it for you. So the old people said, no, we had got something with us to eat and we are done with eating. We are just relaxing under a tree because we were tired. Then Jill asked the old man that, what is there in that box? It looks so attractive. So the old man said, no, nothing much. It is like our memories or our belongings which has a deep memory associated with it. That's all, nothing much. He told to these two kids. Later, Jack and Jill went to their school. But one thing happened. By the time Jack and Jill came back from the school, these two old people were attacked by some gangsters and they were injured very badly, due to which few village people had taken them to hospital and that attractive box was missing there. So what did police do? They inquired people which under the tree they were sitting. These old people were sitting under a tree, so people surrounding that tree, these police investigated them and they came to know that, police came to know that this Jack and Jill, two people, were speaking with these old people for a longer time duration and they were also inquiring them about this box. So when police came to know about this, they called these two kids to their station. They did a small inquiry. As you people all know, the inquiry was about like why this happened, what made them to speak to those old people and blah 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 and so on. Finally the investigation was completed and police warned these two kids that till the old people is recovered and they come to know something about the gangsters, these two people are not supposed to leave the village. So Jack and Jill, both of them came home with a very depressed face. They felt bad, like whatever had happened, and Jill was very upset. He didn't like going to police station and having all these interviews and all. So Jack told him not to worry and Jack also went back to his home. But the disaster was that next day morning, Jill had committed suicide. He had written a note in that, "My dear friend, I feel very bad. I am feeling very bad. I feel insulted and I am scared. Once I go to police station and something is branded on my name that I am a thief, what will be my future? Who will give me a job in future? And all my friends, my colleagues, my neighbors will think I am a thief, and this name will get branded to me for a long time period. So I feel my life is ruined. My dreams are shattered. I am getting very scared. I am feared of my future. So I am leaving this world." This was the note that was written in the letter. But so Jack felt really very bad. He felt very low. He repented. Why at all did we speak to those old people? If we wouldn't have spoken to those old people, this particular situation wouldn't have arisen. So Jack went home with a very heavy heart, and after 2 days it was found that the Jack and Jill both were innocent and the real gangsters were found. Even that box was found which contained few of their jewelries as well as cash in it. They returned the box to the old people and the entire village came to know that Jack and Jill were innocent. They never did any harm to the old people. Why did I tell this story to you people? The moral of the story is that if Jill waited for another 2 days without getting scared of the future, this particular scenario That is, Jack wouldn't have committed the suicide. Now, what made Jack feel so scared? Or what were the reasons for Jill to get so scared? Why did he get scared of his future? I will let you know this to you people. There is a slide which is getting displayed on you in front of you people. In this slide, this is the situation 1 in which the person facing the problem feels problem is so big that he is trapped in that problem. And this situation is also called as suicidal situation. He feels there is no solution at all for his problems. He is trapped or he is locked inside the problem and he finds no way to come out of the problem. In this situation, most of the people try to end their life. This is the first stage of the fear. Now, the second situation comes wherein the person who is facing the problem is standing outside the problem, but problem still looks very big for the person who is facing it. But this is better than the situation 1 because the person is standing out and he feels that still there is a chance to find out the solutions for his problems. People who are in such situations, they keep making trial and they keep finding out solutions in a trial and error basis because they are still in a fear that their problem is too big. So whenever he feels the problem is too big, he again enters a state of fear where it reduces his thinking capability, as a result of which whatever solutions he finds, there will be a traces of fear which will be affecting it. So his problems or solution for his problems becomes trial and error method, and it keeps changing or the problem keeps reoccurring in such scenarios. Now, the third scenario. If you look at this picture, the person who is facing the problem is looking confident, bigger and bolder, whereas he thinks the problem that he is facing is not so big or smaller than him. Since he thinks his problem is too small or it is smaller than him, there is a confidence that gets built up within himself and he finds solution to the problem in a peaceful mind state. So he becomes much more confident and much more goal oriented in solving his problems. So friends, basically all of us will either belong to any one of these 3 states. So this is the secret why we get scared. Whenever we feel our problem or the problems that we are facing is bigger than us, or if we feel we are trapped in our problems, then the fear starts bothering you. But instead, if you think nothing is bigger than you, or nothing is bigger than your confidence, nothing is bigger than your capabilities, nothing is bigger than your willpower, then the problem is no more a problem, it is just a challenge. Now, how to simplify a bigger problem into a smaller one? how you can build your confidence, how you can stick to your willpower, how you can get rid of this fear. To know all these things, I hope you people have to wait till my next video. If you people like this video, do share and comment. I will get back to you with a new topic, how to overcome this fear, in my next video. Till then, stay tuned, keep smiling, bye bye.